we campaign in rooms together, people walk in and we keep going because
it's
obvious we're working together.
That's like super obvious. When you don't have that obvious connection or group, I don't really have a group yet. So for me to be like, I am going to be straight loyal to this group while still being on the outside and not have enough reason to trust everyone, it makes it very hard for my decision making. And 100%. I've been pretty honest about that. Do you know what I mean?
And like, every vote you have been.
No, and it's not that I'm like trying to be flip-floppy or I'm running to power. That's honestly not it. Like Kiefer winning, like I didn't run to power. I had a great personal relationship with Kiefer before he got in power.
And we all saw that.
Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, so I don't want to be viewed as this flip-floppy player that is just going to swing votes to mess with people, because that's not really where I am. I'm in a position where so many people are kind of lying to me that I almost need to see people's actions
100%, dude.
to see what moves I want to make.
And that's all of us.
But
there's
for
so
you,
much shit.
honestly, like you're not a move for me to make.
Me neither. And that's what I was
in
thinking.
the long-term game. You are good for my game, and I feel like long-term, I'm good for your game.
Oh, I could not agree more. I can't even believe you're saying that to me right now, because that's what I always think.
And if we can build up some more trust, then perfect. Well, and even like me and Tina, obviously I'm never going to go.
Oh, that's obvious.
I'm obviously not going to go against Tina. I'm not going to campaign about her, but that doesn't mean that our games are exactly the same. I'm still trying to build. This is an individual game.
It is in the end.
I don't know, like, we talk a lot of games. We hash things out together.
Have to.
But we don't always necessarily agree. And we're always very like, you know, I tell Tina all the time, if you have to do something that is good for your game, do not make your choice based on whether it's good for our game as a team.
And you don't even have to talk to me about it.
No. And like when she has like private conversations with people, you know, like we'll be like, oh, was your combo good? Good. I don't press for details. You know, she's playing, like, obviously, would I like me and Tina to go far in this game together? Yes. Do I think me and Tina going far in this game is kind of good for everyone at this point? Because it's easy to be like, I don't want to say it, but like, we're probably easy to beat. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think? Oh, okay.
Well, I haven't won anything. I think because I am kind of like outsides on the group, like even like with somebody like Tina, like I feel like the house likes Tina more than me. Not saying that it's like a competition, but like I hear my name much more than Tina's name.
That is true.
Which is, you know,
for some reason
that can be like a target for me, but that can also be valuable for someone. You know what I mean? Like,
and I feel like for you, because your name gets said, you do need some like reliable sources for people to be like, that wasn't true. Yeah. Or like, yeah, that person did say that to me.
And I do think there are a lot of situations where people could be saying my name because it's an easy name to say and it covers what they really want to do. So I have to be mindful of that. Like when I hear my name, am I hearing my name because somebody's really gunning for me, or has my name just been tossed around early and it's an easy name to say?
Compared to the big Jeds and Ties, and people are scared of them right now.
Yeah.
That's like the move of the game, is to get those plays out.
Well, and I know like Jed and Ty have like tossed my name around, but I honestly like, if you're coming for me, I'm sorry, Jed and Ty, that's not a good move for you.
Have you told them that?
Yeah, we've had like some little conversations. I'm gonna obviously talk with them more about this vote and what they, like where their kind of heads are at. I know they were like a little cheese that they weren't in on the last one. I was pretty honest with both of them, being like, I didn't know how you would react. So
that's what Austin told me, and I was like, actually fair. I probably would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like the week before, it was so insane that I'm like, I don't want any more heat or any like unnecessary thing on me.
So this is kind of something I want to build trust with you then. When I heard, it was like a few days ago, that you were like, yeah, I don't trust Beth. She lied to my face, whatever.
Yeah.
I had been asked if you won HOH, who would you put up? And I said Tera was one of my things out of that information. And honestly, so as of right now, I want to be like, let's wipe it. I want you to hear that from me first, because it will get back to you.
Yeah. And that's okay if we're building trust. If you've said it, I care about what your actions are.
For
do you know what I mean? I don't care if you said it. I care if you're actually going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
100%. And like you said, this vote showed a lot for me this week.
It showed a ton. It showed a ton where of like, if you're in an HOH situation and you have people back you up, and then immediately right after, and that's not the game that I'm trying to play. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am like, I would be lying if I said, you know, like, I'm not going to leave my kids for nothing, right? Like I'm coming,
No.
I'm coming to play. I want to go far, you know, like I think that's like kind of like obvious, but for me, I also have to do it in a way that I can still go home and like explain to my kids the way that I played. If I win in a dirty way,
It's different. Yeah, I know.
do you know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
I'd rather like
as a mom, you have to
yeah.
play a different kind of game.
Yeah.
100%. Hey,
Sorry.
I totally get
No,
it.
you're
Tina,
you're okay.
don't even. Yeah. So I see that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying to you, like, even when Vic called me out in front of the whole house, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I did say that. Like, that's how I'm trying to play.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never just blatantly be like, make shit up about someone and throw them under the bus. I will own what I do.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today.
Yeah. And like, I'm glad that like we chatted.
Same.
How do you feel about the vote? Do you want to talk about like Thursday? Where your head's at or no?
When me and you chatted last week, when I pulled your side in the OLG,
Yeah.
like between me and you, I was very straight up with you, and I was like, if I won HOH, I would put up Kyle Rowe.
Yeah.
So for me, that's
It's
what
Kyle,
it's gonna
yeah.
be. It's gonna be Kyle.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I expected, but I'd never like want to like make assumptions.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously, keep that between us.
Yeah.
But-
I think Kyle pretty much knows.
And that's
I
the
don't
other
even think he's
thing.
really going to do anything. I didn't know like for your, because I obviously know that you're super tight with Ty and Jed. I didn't know if maybe it was like somewhere else though, where it's like, because if
If I was like around.
well, no, like if, you know, are those two guys going to bring you or are they going to bring each other?
That's my biggest thing, Tara,
You know.
and I need to think
So
about
like
that this
the reason why I
entire
actually
game.
wanted to talk about Kyle is like, would you want to keep somebody who could potentially strike at them or no?
I know. And who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
It is a really good thought.
Yeah. But I don't like,
Austin's hardcore.
yeah.
She's a hardcore player. She's proved it.
Yeah. And it's hard to get like a good read on her. Do you know what I mean?
Really hard.
Where
Really
she's
hard.
at. Especially because, you know, there was like the vote for LaToya and the conversations that were had. It was like everybody kind of had, and it's not you, had to, that whole came together because they were like, we've got to try and band together to just at least split them up. The guys, Ty and Jed.
Yeah.
Like they have to know that people are thinking that. But
Absolutely.
at this point, and after that kind of went down, I don't know if any of them would do it. I
them
honestly
up.
don't. Well, no, like the first thing that they did before anybody had any conversations was to peg Vic, where I'm like, you know, like it's not out of the realm of possibility to bring 6 people up to Kiefer that voted for him to stay, to be like, look, if you want to take a shot, you will not miss right now. We have
This
the
is the
vote.
time.
We will keep you safe. It was like almost like a non-negotiable. It wasn't even mentioned. Which, to be honest, surprised me to be like, what are we building on? I just don't know.
It is, I know. And that's, like, I've never even said this out loud before. But I honestly could not agree with you more. They're going
Yeah.
to make it so far together.
Well, and if, like, I don't know, it sucks because I actually, like, they're playing good game.
Impeccable games.
Like
I don't even know. Like, if I went HOH,
Yeah.
it would be so much conversations.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what's worse, like the thread I can see or the one that I don't see.
And I don't even know what that is.
But it's the fact that I said that I did catch you lying, that didn't mean that you were a target for me. It just made me
just
unsure.
like, hey,
like,
I know.
No, it's just like more of like an unsure, like, can we build on this? Can she be honest with me? Why does she feel like she can't trust me right now?
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was early in the game.
Yeah.
And I had this like little thing, whatever was happening. And yeah, you were on the outside.
I've been on the outside the whole time.
Yeah.
And then that also puts me in a position where, like, well, she's on the outside, just take her out. It's an easy shot.
It did.
That's also, like, super scary, but, like, so, I don't know. I feel like at this point, like, 1,000%, like, I hope it's something that I could try and win. I definitely don't feel like I'm in the worst position, but I'm 1,000% not in the best position.
I think it's both of us, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And if we're kind of in similar positions, it makes no sense for me to come for you.
0 sense. And that's exactly what I was thinking, Tara.
And that's true.
Exactly. What is true.
And I would be open to working with you because I think you're smart. And
I feel like we're playing the same social game. Very similar.
Yeah. And to me, like, that's kind of like an asset.
Big.
Right?
Okay. I really just wanted to clear that up because if you were to win HOH, you're going to hear it. And then you'll be like, I already know it.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Right? And then
everybody tells me that your trio is gunning for me hard. That is nothing new. That wouldn't even, I don't even know what,
funny.
I don't even know what the new piece would be. That has been like literally from the beginning of the game.
You to do the dirty work.
Probably.
And again, I could sit here all day and be like, no, we're not, no, we're not, no, we're not.
Yeah, and you could.
But you're going to be like, well, then prove it.
Yeah. It would literally come down to like, if you guys
Then prove it, yeah.
get it, and I'd be like, okay, like that was actually, but like, I don't know, it's so hard because I obviously don't want you to be like telling me your game, but like, what would you be leaning towards if you won, if it's not me?
Well, that's what I mean, because before it was easy, I was going to put you in row it.
Yeah.
That was going to be my thing.
Yeah.
But then I was just like laying awake the other night, and I was like, I don't even know if putting Tera up.
And you have to know that I only told one person that lie. I knew that would get to you.
And
like the only person that I told about, I caught her in a lie, I told one person. The one person that I knew would tell you. I told that to that person so it would travel to you. No, not to see, but so it would spark a conversation, hopefully. I wanted to see how like you handled it. Would you like come and be like, yep, let's chat about this. Do you want to work?
Or spread it.
Or spread it.
Information.
And then I'm an easy target, right?
Yeah.
But no, that lie didn't.
That's what I was like. It's
the lie
funny
didn't
that you
matter.
were like,
The lie wasn't like, oh my God, she's gunning for me hard. It was me trying to figure out.
Like, you could have spread that too, and you didn't.
No.
For one person. So I was like, well,
no way.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
No.
I could have like just straight up come to you first, but I didn't know why. I couldn't figure out why you felt like you couldn't trust me. That was more my thing.
I don't even have an answer.
You know, like maybe she doesn't trust me. That doesn't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean that doesn't necessarily mean that I think that you're gunning hard for me.
What's the point?
Like, trust me, I hear a lot. There's a lot of way worse shit happening in this house.
Half of it's not true.
No, and there are
now
people.
I don't know.
And now there are people making up like blatant lies.
That's exactly my thing.
You know, it's not even a lie to cover anything, or like they'll be pretty blatant.
It's just made up.
Yeah,
which is insane to me. And I know you're not one of those people.
No. I'm not going to make up like a straight up lie
ever.
No,
I will not.
Yeah. But I'm definitely glad like we chit chatted. I think a lot's going to happen with this HOH. I honestly,
all of them.
To be honest, huge. Even like when me and Tina chat, we honestly have no idea what we would do. Like we don't.
That's what I mean. It'd be so based on conversations. But I did hear my name from other unexpected people this week too. Again, I would have to like clear that shit up.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
and I feel like things are turning.
People do want people to turn on other people to save themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is clear. You can see it all over the place. You know. that's not going to be my tactic. Like, and if I'm ever in a situation where I'm on the block, like, I will be having individual conversations with people, being like, this is why I'm actually not gunning for you. And this is why I might benefit you.
You saw how that played out for LaToya? Mm-hmm. And almost played out for Ro because he wasn't talking to certain people. And it's a piss off.
Which I don't understand.
It's such a piss off.
Yeah. But it does. Like, it sucks, like, kind of like being on the outside. I knew, like, coming into it that I would play, like, an outside game. It's hard, though. Like, it's not like an easy... Like, I've been safe for 4 weeks, and I've never...
Like you think.
What?
I just don't think there's, like, sides like you think.
No. See, I don't know. Because that's all everybody keeps saying.
I don't see the sides.
The line
I
is
see it's duos.
Yeah.
And I'm in a duo with 2 boys
Yeah.
who will take each other over me. Like, I'm in a pretty weird spot. Like, I need to make other connections.
Yeah. And I do... I mean, I don't know, though. I don't know the conversations you've had with either one of them. But it looks as if they would take each other.
And I said before I came in this game, you have to assume, I said it to everybody, you have to assume the 2 biggest guys in the house have made a final 2 day 1.
Yeah.
You have to assume it, or else we're
Or
all
unless
just
one of them
insane.
thinks that they think they can beat you in the end, and the other one might... I don't know what their motive is. Do you know what I mean?
neither.
Like, but they both seem super loyal, team players. They obviously, like, you can see their connection very, like, visibly.
It's not hidden.
Yeah, like,
They
for
both
me,
said,
like,
"Oh,
I
like-"
don't think it's wavering. But I don't know. You're much closer with them. I don't know the conversations that you've had with them
But I'd be
individually.
an idiot if I didn't see that.
Like, you could have had conversations with both of them where they could be like, no, we would get rid of the other because you're an easier bet.
That could be going around always, you know?
Yeah.
Always. It's
And
so
it's
dangerous.
always like, it's way too early to be even like thinking final 2s.
We're not even halfway there. I know.
But when I think of like people that it makes more sense for me to go further with, you're actually one of those people.
Agreed. Like, I'm looking you in the eyes and saying that.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't, if I won, you wouldn't be one of the people that I put up.
That's so good
Honestly,
to hear.
because
Yeah.
it's like, who would I put you up with?
I don't know. I don't even know who I put up in general.
Yeah.
Ro's an easy one right now, but I don't know if it's the best.
Yeah.
Just to mix things up, I'm gonna give him food if I win.
Yeah, the poor guy needs
I
food.
shook it up on it. Like, I wouldn't do that to you, man.
There is like rumors swirling that you, like, if any of like you 3 win, that you're gonna put me and Tina and Ro all back on slot, possibly even Vic, that it would be the same. That has swirled around.
I'd probably pick Austin Braden to go back up.
Yeah.
I shook Ro's hand. I said I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, that's good to know, because like that is another thing that's brewing where I'm like, oh my god.
No, I've got to volunteer next week.
Yeah.
Hey, love.
Hi.
No, come
No,
in.
no. No, we're
I've
just
got to volunteer next week.
we're talking
I
about
honestly just have
slop.
to.
I don't believe that. If you don't, I don't think people have to volunteer. If you get picked, you get picked. Don't do this.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't this week. I didn't the
I
week
regret
before.
volunteering, to be honest. I regret, like, I don't think I would do it again. I would make somebody say my name again next time.
You
Yeah.
volunteered.
I volunteered for Keith. I just felt bad for Keith.
Yeah,
Because, like,
she
he
put
was
her
in, like,
hand
such a...
That's so nice.
I did. And I said, that was one thing, like, coming into it, that I said that I wasn't going to do.
What, volunteer?
Yeah, I was like, I will never volunteer for her.
Oh,
But he
I
just-
know. I was